Were those people that were shot in Gaza over the last few months that were rebelling against Hamas, was that the infancy of some of these clans you're referring to, or there's no resistance from the
Definitely,
clan? Yes.
definitely. It's Abu Shabab and Durmush and other clans which tried to resist Hamas because they blame Hamas, and for a good reason, for the destruction in Gaza, while Israel tried to support those clans. Some of them are in connection with Israel. There is no doubt. And if Israel supports the clans in Judea and Samaria and in Gaza, this system can replace the jihadism of Hamas and the lawlessness of the PA.
Are you, what are the aspects of sovereignty that you would envision allowing these clans to adopt? What would you keep for Israel, and what would be the powers you would cede to the clans?
Look, I'm not sure that they really want sovereignty, and I'm not going to impose it on them if they don't want. However, they should not be part of the state of Israel because demography. If we include all those Arabs who are in Hebron, in Shechem, in Nablus, in Tulkarem, Kalkilia, Ramallah, Jericho, and Jenin, the Israeli majority is in danger. So this is why what I advocate is to create local frameworks for them. They will run those cities by themselves. They will not be included in Israel, at least not in the voting people, and they will live in peace with Israel, you know, side by side with Israel. And Israel will make sure that they're not importing anything dangerous, because Israel, they are surrounded by Israel, all these cities, and like the Vatican in Rome, the same paradigm, or Luxembourg, or Andorra. There are all kinds of examples all over the world of Monaco, of countries which are within other countries in an independence to a degree, some kind of degree of independence, and definitely, if it is by agreement between Israel and these cities, it can be a very good solution for them and for us.
Well, I
But what
admire
will
this
happen?
kind of optimism, and I would love to see something that was so peaceful work out. I don't know if the examples you gave tend to be countries that are very much at peace with the surrounding country, and so far we have not been blessed with that type of relationship.
Look, I look at the Gulf Emirates, at the United Arab Emirates as the model for the Palestinian Emirates. This is why I chose the term Emirates in order to equate what should happen in Judea and Samaria, maybe Gaza as well, with the successful paradigm of the Gulf.
What will have to happen to Mahmoud Abbas and the PA at this point to transition towards this vision that you have of these families running Judea and Samaria? Do they have to be taken out, delegitimized? What would be the practical next step to carrying out your plan?
It's either they dissolve because nobody needs them, or it becomes some kind of an umbrella organization, federation of all these clans. If the clan emirates decide to have a federation. Look, I'm talking about seven: Hebron, Jericho, Ramallah, Nablus, Jenin, Tulkarem, and Kalkilia. Let's say six of them or five of them, I don't know, will want to be a federation. Let them be a federation, and the PA will turn to some kind of an umbrella which will unite them to a degree. If they all want to have a federation, let them. I'm not interfering in their domestic issues as long as Israel's security is being provided.
How does this relate to the Trump plan for Gaza, the 20-point peace plan?
First of all, I am rather surprised to find that Trump calls it a peace plan. Why? Because any peace between any two entities, like a man and a woman, his wife, or two brothers, or two companies, or two cities, or between any peace between two parties, requires mutual recognition of both sides, that both sides are legitimate to exist. And this is the basis of any agreement between two sides. Unfortunately, this basis is missing between Israel and Hamas. Israel doesn't think that Hamas should exist, and Hamas doesn't think that Israel should exist. So what can you expect from two sides who do not recognize mutually each other's right to exist? There could be any agreement, any peace. You can achieve ceasefire because both sides don't shoot each other. But to recognize each other's right to exist, I don't see. Neither Israel recognizes Hamas's right to exist, nor Hamas's recognition of Israel's rights to exist. So this is why I'm rather surprised to find that somebody calls it peace agreement. It could be ceasefire, no more.
And what do you think is the possibility that the ISF, the strategic forces of Arab countries and others, will be successful in demilitarizing, denazifying the Gaza Strip? I mean, we're talking about people like the Turkish on board that are not exactly our friends either. It seems to be quite dangerous to allow people of foreign countries to come into our territory and to take control of a territory at this point.
Well, I see two major problems. One problem is the mere fact that I'm not sure that any soldier in the world would be brave enough to go to the Hamas fighters and force them to give up on the weapons, because more chance that he gets a bullet in his head, whoever he is, and because those people are holding to the weapons for a reason, because they want to hold the weapons, they want to control the place, and they do not want to give up. Just look at two-year war with Israel, which they actually sacrificed the whole Gaza Strip in order to keep holding to their weapons. So I'm not sure that a Qatari soldier or Turkish soldier or any other soldier will sacrifice himself in order to go and to extract the weapons from the hands of Hamas. This is one thing. Second thing, if you look at the countries which are in this force, you can see clearly two coalitions. One coalition is Hamas with Qatar, with Turkey, which do want Hamas to continue to control Gaza with the weapons, with everything which they have, in order to repeat October 7th at some point in the future. While the other countries in this force, Saudi Arabia, the Emirates, Bahrain, and more, who do not want to see Hamas, who hate Hamas, hate the Muslim Brotherhood, and want definitely to destroy Hamas and to get rid of Hamas. So I really don't see how these two coalitions, which are actually totally opposite from each other, how they function in Gaza together under the American flag. So, apparently Trump wants more countries because the more the merrier, but it doesn't work. In my view, it cannot work because this is the Middle East. It's here. It's not America and not the American
Canada.
concepts.